Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Becoming Rise. I'm your host, and today we're diving into something that's been weighing on so many of us lately. How do we continue focusing on our personal growth while the world, especially the political landscape, feels like it's in constant chaos? Since the 2024 election and all that's happened in the first few months of 2025, my DMs have been flooded with messages from you all asking how to stay centered, how to keep moving forward on your personal goals when social media and news cycles are constantly pulling you into anxiety spirals. So today, we're talking about personal growth versus political chaos, how to stay focused in 2025. I've gathered some practical strategies that have helped me and might help you too. First, let's acknowledge what we're dealing with. The political division in America right now isn't just background noise. It's affecting our mental health, our relationships, and our ability to focus. A recent study showed that over 70% of Gen Z and millennials report experiencing anxiety directly related to political news. That's not just a statistic, that's many of you listening right now. I was talking with my friend Miguel last week who said something that really stuck with me. I keep doom scrolling through political news until 2 a.m., then wonder why I can't focus on my creative projects the next day. Sound familiar? The truth is, caring about what's happening in our country is important. It shows engagement and empathy. But when that care morphs into consuming anxiety that prevents us from showing up in our own lives, that's when we need to reassess. So how do we stay informed citizens while protecting our mental health? Let's start with mindfulness. Meditation has been my personal lifeline this year. And before you say, Jordan, I can't sit still for 30 seconds, let alone 30 minutes. Hear me out. The kind of meditation that's helping people through political anxiety isn't about emptying your mind completely. Try this, a simple 5-minute political anxiety meditation. Find a comfortable position and acknowledge your concerns about the state of the world. Instead of pushing those thoughts away, notice them. I'm worried about policy X. I'm concerned about what this means for Y. Then, gently ask yourself, what action can I take today that aligns with my values? And what must I accept is outside my control right now? This isn't about becoming passive. It's about recognizing the difference between productive concern and paralyzing anxiety. Another practice that's changed my relationship with political chaos is journaling. Downloading your thoughts onto paper creates distance between you and them. Try this prompt. When I read the news today, I felt, and then what I can actually influence about this situation is. Remember, our ancestors survived countless political upheavals without having access to breaking news 24/7. There's wisdom in creating boundaries around our consumption. Speaking of consumption, let's talk about social media. I'm not going to tell you to delete all your apps. That's not realistic for most of us. But what if we reimagined our relationship with them? Try this. Set specific times to check news and social media. Maybe it's 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the evening. Use app timers to hold yourself accountable. What's fascinating is how quickly your brain adjusts. After about a week of this practice, you'll notice that anxious pull toward your phone starts to diminish. Another game changer has been news curation. Instead of letting algorithms decide what political content gets your attention, choose 2 to 3 trusted sources and subscribe to their weekly digests. You'll stay informed without the constant barrage of breaking news alerts designed to trigger your amygdala. And here's something that's worked wonders for me. Replacing doom scrolling with book reading. I keep a physical book next to where I usually scroll through my phone. When I catch myself in that anxious scroll cycle, I simply switch to the book. Currently, I'm reading Hope in the Dark by Rebecca Solnit. Ironically, a book about finding optimism amid political turmoil. One of the most powerful antidotes to political anxiety is meaningful action. When we feel helpless about the state of politics, direct involvement in our communities can restore our sense of agency. Volunteering locally has a double benefit. It creates tangible positive change and connects us with others who share our values. Whether it's a community garden, a literacy program, or a local advocacy group, these spaces remind us that regardless of who's in office, we can create positive impact right where we are. I started volunteering at a community center teaching digital skills to seniors, and I can't tell you how much it's shifted my perspective. When I'm helping Mr. Ramirez set up his first email account so he can connect with his grandkids, national politics fade into the background for a few hours, and I'm reminded of what really matters. Let's not forget about our bodies in all of this. Political stress manifests physically: tension, headaches, disrupted sleep, even digestive issues. Moving your body daily, even just for 20 minutes, can dramatically shift your mental state. I found that walks without my phone have become sacred. Just me, nature, and my thoughts. No breaking news, no hot takes, no comment sections. The research on how nature reduces our stress response is overwhelming, and it's one of the most accessible remedies available. Sleep hygiene becomes extra important during politically turbulent times too. Creating a news-free zone for at least an hour before bed can transform your sleep quality. Your worried mind needs that transition time to shift gears. And hydration. I know it sounds basic, but when we're stressed, we often forget to drink enough water, which only amplifies anxiety symptoms. Keep that water bottle close, friends. As we wrap up, I want to share something that my therapist told me that completely changed my approach to navigating political chaos. She said, "Throughout human history, people have lived meaningful, joyful lives during periods of political turmoil. Your ancestors did it. You can too." This doesn't mean ignoring what's happening or pretending everything is fine. It means recognizing that personal growth and political awareness aren't opposing forces. They can coexist. In fact, becoming the healthiest, most centered version of yourself might be the most powerful contribution you can make to healing our divided society. Remember that balance doesn't always look like perfectly equal attention to all areas of life. Some weeks, civic engagement might take priority. Other weeks, your focus might need to be on your mental health or personal projects. Both are valid. Both are necessary. I'd love to hear from you now. What practices have helped you maintain focus on personal growth while staying engaged with political realities? Drop a comment on this episode or send me a message. Your insights might be exactly what another listener needs to hear. If this conversation resonated with you, please share it with someone who might benefit. And remember, in a world that profits from your fear and division, cultivating inner peace and connection is a revolutionary act. Until next time, this is Becoming Rise, reminding you that even in chaotic times, your growth matters. Take care of yourselves, friends.